All right, y'all, welcome to another episode. This is episode 3. We're just still playing with this pivot point trade, and this one is a little bit different. We're trying it on ES. The action isn't exactly the same, so I need to tweak some things, but we're still giving it a shot. And what we see here is a book map. We have some aggressive buyers stepping in to push the price up. We've got a couple large order blocks that we need to get through at 64.09 and 64.10 to hit our profit. But with CVD increasing and everything looks like we're on the right track as far as book map goes. Let's come back to our trade. You can see that we marked out the next pivot point zone using the calculator. Again, this is for ES, but we are doing it on MES with 3 contracts. Just taking on a little bit less risk. I kind of chat GPT'd it. They said it said it's pretty similar in nature. And it shouldn't be too far off. But when I'm looking at the 16R range chart for both, I'm not sure if I completely agree with that. So it's something I'm going to have to look into a little bit more to make sure it's accurate. So in the meantime, what we see on this trade though, I'm liking what I'm seeing as far as the indicators go. We saw book map, aggressive buyers are definitely pushing the price up. We're on a 1,000 tick chart just to filter out the noise. We might enter a little bit later, but we're going to get better, stronger signals to ensure that we're entering with more quality and not necessarily quantitative trades. So that's one thing I like about the 1,000 tick chart as far as my understanding is. You can also see over here we have a point of control and we're above it for the time frame specified. This is from about 3 o'clock. Again, this is a tick chart, so it's not a time-based chart. It's 1,000 trades per bar. We could see that we had a strong wick and a rejection with a very small bodied candle, and price moved up with a pretty large green candle. So just from a candle standpoint, obviously this is a tick chart, that looks pretty strong. A couple other things to notice is there was a volume surge that was above the 10 period moving average, and we're just about there. Again, we're still in this 1,000 tick bar, so not complete yet. If we look down at the DMI, I'm not sure why the numbers aren't displaying at the top here, but I have them over here in the time and the scale over here on the right, so you can see them. So green is higher than red, 27 to 12, so buyers are in control. The ADX, kind of the momentum, the slope, it is moving upward, and it's above 20, which I believe is a good number to be above. So we're going to see if we can ride this out to the take profit, which is set at 64.0975. And it's basically a 2-point trade, very small. Kind of liking this these small zones for these overnight sessions. So everything looks pretty good so far. We'll go ahead and pause the video for just a minute and we'll see if we can get to the target. All right, we're back. There's a couple things I forgot to mention. I also have two VWAP, anchored VWAPs here. And what we have is one anchored from a previous swing high from this 1,000 tick chart. And I also have one anchored from this previous swing low. Now, what's great is price is above both VWAPs at the moment. It's also above the point of control. And depending on where, obviously this point of control, we didn't want to be right on it, so we create a little bit of space, and it's basically right at our entry. We could definitely move back down to the point of control, right, and reject off of it. There's no doubt about that. So technically we're pretty close to it, but I think there's enough of a buffer to go for it. If we look, I kind of took this consolidation range here and some of these other, where's another one? Over here. Kind of took these consolidation ranges to determine how much space I needed from the point of control. Obviously, if we're just taking point of control from 230 on, we have plenty of space, right? So I think we're good here. So we're not too close to the point of control. So that's one thing I'm very aware of. Another thing I'm very aware of is making sure that we're above the VWAPs from previous swing high and swing lows that were the most important in my opinion. And we're doing it right here on the tick chart. And what else? The volume surges above the 10 period moving average, which we actually are above it now. And down here with the DMI, we have green buyers are in control. Looks like it is sloping up ADX, so they have increasing momentum. And then coming back into our book map, we can see that we're coming up on that order block, which we're trying to break through and continue to the upside. Let's see, CVD is moving up. So in my opinion, everything is looking good here. So we're just going to hold, and not much selling pressure at all, to be honest. It's just slowly creeping up, and we'll see if we can break through this wall here. Got about 60 orders. Maybe some of them get removed and we just rip up to our target here at 6409.50 or 6409.75. We just need to get through this block right here, and I think we're home free. Looks like volume wise, there's more buying volume. There's more order blocks on the sell side. So it looks like we're almost there.
Order field.
And we got there. So that's our second pivot zone trade of our life and of this challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.